Have you ever wondered if spirituality can be a mask for narcissism? It's a fascinating question, and one that isn't often discussed. Yet spiritual narcissism is a real phenomenon that can have profound effects on those who encounter it. Imagine someone who appears to be enlightened and serene, but in reality, their spirituality is just another tool for manipulation and control. This is the spiritual narcissist. They may use their supposed spiritual gifts to lord over others, to make themselves seem more important or enlightened. For instance, consider a guru who constantly emphasizes their unique connection to the divine, making their followers feel lesser or dependent. Or a spiritual friend who always has an insight that subtly undermines your confidence. These are just examples, but they paint a picture of the spiritual narcissist's toolbox. Now that we've identified the face of spiritual narcissism, let's delve deeper into the ways they manipulate others. Can spiritual gifts really be used for manipulation? You might be surprised. Often, spiritual narcissists will use their so-called spiritual gifts as a means to control and manipulate their victims. They may claim to possess certain supernatural abilities or insights that, in reality, are nothing more than manipulative tactics designed to instill a sense of fear, obligation, or guilt in their victims. Let's consider a real-life example. Picture a self-proclaimed spiritual guru, claiming to have the power to heal physical ailments through spiritual means. This guru, let's call her Jane, convinces her followers that she can cure their illnesses, and in doing so, she gains their trust and devotion. However, her healing powers are nothing more than an illusion, a smoke and mirrors trick, designed to keep her followers under her control. In this scenario, Jane's followers become dependent on her for their well-being, handing over not just their health, but their personal autonomy and often their financial resources. Jane uses her supposed spiritual gift as a means to control and exploit those who trust her. But it doesn't stop there. Spiritual narcissists can also use their gifts to validate their own self-importance and superiority. They may claim to have a direct line to the divine, to be enlightened or awakened in a way that others are not. This serves to elevate them above their followers, further reinforcing their control and authority. It's also important to note that spiritual narcissists may not always be aware of their manipulative behaviors. They can be so wrapped up in their own delusions of grandeur that they genuinely believe they are using their gifts for the greater good, even when their actions cause harm to others. The key here is to remember that genuine spiritual gifts are used to uplift, heal, and guide others in a way that respects their autonomy and dignity. They are not tools for manipulation or control. As we can see, spiritual gifts can indeed be twisted for manipulation. But what about altering the environment? Imagine if someone claimed they could alter the environment around you. Would you believe them? Now let's delve into the fascinating yet intricate world of spellwork and how it can be misused by spiritual narcissists as a tool for manipulation. Spellwork, in its simplest form, is the art of manifesting desired outcomes through focused intention and ritualistic action. It's a concept found in various spiritual and esoteric traditions, where it's revered as a powerful method for shaping reality. However, in the hands of a spiritual narcissist, this tool can be twisted for personal gain and control. Let's consider an example. Picture a person who proclaims they have the power to change the weather. They might stage elaborate rituals, speak in grandiose terms about their connection with the natural elements, and when the weather does inevitably change, they claim it as proof of their supernatural abilities. This can create a power dynamic where they are seen as a mystical figure with control over nature, thus manipulating those around them into deference or awe. Or take the scenario of a spiritual narcissist claiming they can manifest physical objects. They might use tricks or illusions to convince others of their supposed power, creating a spectacle that's hard to disbelieve. This not only bolsters their ego, but also serves to control and deceive others into thinking they possess extraordinary abilities. These examples showcase how spiritual narcissists can distort the concept of spellwork for their own self-serving purposes. They use it as a tool to create a false sense of superiority and to manipulate their environment and the people in it. It's important to remember that true spiritual practice is about connection, growth and service to others, not self-aggrandizement or control. Spell work, when in the wrong hands, can indeed be a powerful tool for manipulation. But how can we protect ourselves from spiritual narcissists? Stay tuned as we explore this topic further in our next segment. How can one shield oneself from the clutches of a spiritual narcissist, you might ask? The answer lies in awareness, skepticism, and the courage to seek second opinions. Let's delve into some practical steps you can take. First off, it's essential to maintain a healthy dose of skepticism. Spiritual narcissists often make outlandish claims about their abilities or experiences. They might tout their connection with divine entities or boast about their power to alter realities. While it's possible for individuals to have spiritual gifts, the grandiosity and lack of humility often exhibited by spiritual narcissists is a red flag. Don't be afraid to question. Ask for clarification, demand proof if necessary. A genuine spiritual guide will understand your need for reassurance and will not be offended by your questions. On the other hand, a spiritual narcissist might become defensive, evade your questions, or try to make you feel guilty for doubting them. Secondly, ensure you seek second opinions. Spiritual narcissists thrive on isolation, making their victims believe that they are the only ones who can provide guidance or help. It's crucial to break this isolation. Discuss your experiences with trusted friends or family members. Seek advice from other spiritual guides. A fresh perspective can often shed light on manipulative tactics that you might have missed. Watch out for red flags in behavior. Spiritual narcissists often use guilt, fear, and obligation to manipulate their victims. They might twist spiritual teachings to serve their own needs, or use their supposed gifts to justify harmful actions. Finally, trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Your intuition is a powerful tool in recognizing and avoiding spiritual narcissism. Remember, a true spiritual guide uplifts, empowers, and encourages self-growth. They don't use their gifts to manipulate, control, or harm. Knowledge is power, and being aware of spiritual narcissism is the first step towards protecting yourself. Remember, your spiritual journey is your own, and no one has the right to manipulate or control it.